CP, I want to come to you. Do DiVincenzo or Bruce Brown have a good Knicks fit in your mind?
Yeah, I would like both those players on the Knicks. When you look at DiVincenzo, as you guys said, close to 40% from three. Another great rebounding guard next to Josh Hart. Donte DiVincenzo near the top of the league in offensive rebounding percentage. Defensively led the league close to, I think, 90th percentile in steals percentage as well. So a guy that's going to get after it on the perimeter gives you another guard that can get out in transition for you. So DiVincenzo can certainly help. And Bruce Brown, you got to like his two-way ability. His ability to get to the rim and finish at the rim, another area of need for the Knicks. Guys that can get you easier buckets, high percentage buckets. A guy like a Bruce Brown can do that for you. With Bruce Brown, I like his ability to cut off ball, one of the better off-ball movers at the guard position and off-ball screeners at the guard position in the league. And now that would be up to Tom Thibodeau to emphasize more off-ball movement in his offense. That's another story for another day, but those two guys can certainly help. And even though, a lot of fans will question, well, where they're going to play, where the minute's going to come from, the way I look at a potential acquisition of Donte DiVincenzo or Bruce Brown is if the Knicks are working with that mid-level around $12 million, and you look at the guys who they realistically have a shot at, these two would probably be the best player available if you're going to use kind of like a draft concept. So for me, you go get those guys. Obviously, they can help this team, and you kind of worry about it later, how you're going to make it work with the minutes. But they'll give you some flexibility to make trades down the road, whether it's an existing player on your roster or one of these two guys to go upgrade the team even more.
Yeah, either of them could be reliable depth options for the Knicks. Okay, Ian, here's a question for you. A report came out earlier from The Athletic about the Lakers' interest in Bruce Brown Jr. for the mid-level exception. What's the Knicks' current interest level in Bruce Brown?
Yeah, I know that there are people over there who think very highly of Bruce Brown. Obviously played a key role for the Denver Nuggets in winning a title. I would assume that he would get more than the mid-level exception. But, listen, I think that he played in this city with Brooklyn, and there are certainly, I think, people on the coaching staff that like Bruce Brown a lot. So you're going to see some overlap between teams interested in Bruce Brown and teams interested in Donte DiVincenzo. I think they have a similar market. Maybe Brown goes first, DiVincenzo goes second, but those are the two top wings in that mid-level exception area that you're looking at. And I think that, if things fell apart with DiVincenzo, if it didn't work out, I think the Knicks would be aggressive on Bruce Brown.
I agree with you. When you talk about Bruce Brown, you talk about maximizing your value at the perfect time, right? Winning a championship, playing a key role as, a support player for the Nuggets going into free agency like this. That's great. I think Ian hit it on the head when he talked about the experience of playing in this city, albeit it was in Brooklyn, so he'd be familiar with that. But both of these guys, Brown and DiVincenzo, they're winners. And you can't have enough winners be part of your program. Yeah. That was one of the things. Forget about the fact that Jalen Brunson was, performed above and beyond last year. But everything people said about Brunson was the fact that this guy won in college. Well, DiVincenzo won in college. DiVincenzo won with the Milwaukee Bucks. I know the Warriors didn't win last year, but still, you're part of that Warriors culture, albeit for a brief time, whatever it was. I mean, that has to sort of rub off on you a little bit. So either one of these players, if they were to join this franchise, you're bringing winners, guys who help you get to that next level in your program. I don't think that's ever a bad thing.